All right. So in the last video, you learned about what the metric system is and how to convert between different units within the metric system. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to compare units within the metric system as well. But before we do that, let's do a problem where you're just converting or comparing units usually using the regular English system. So 36 inches or 2 feet, which is greater? You might be able to do that in your head. In case you cannot, let's walk through this one together. So I know that in 1 foot, there are 12 inches. So therefore, if I take 36 inches divided by 12, it will let me know how many feet that is. All right, so now I get that, oh, that would be 3 feet because a foot is in every inch, right? So now I can compare that, oh, if this is 3 feet and this is 2 feet, obviously it's the 3-foot one that's greater, right? Or 36 inches. Right? So the same rules are going to apply when I'm using the metric system. So if I have 12 centimeters or 13 millimeters, which is greater? Well, all I need to do is pick one of these numbers to convert to the other, just like the video showed. Right? So starting with 12 centimeters, I'm just going to pick the first number, and then I'm going to take 12 centimeters and figure that out in millimeters. So then now that these two are going to be the same units of millimeters, I can then compare them. So starting with 12 centimeters, my decimal point is always at the end of the number. So using my chart here, I'm starting at centimeters. So I'm starting here because this is centimeters, and I'm trying to find millimeters. So millimeters is here. So I'm going from centi to millimeters. So I'm going to move one decimal place to the right. Remember, if I don't see a decimal number, the decimal point is always at the end of the number, moving one decimal space to the right. So there's no number here. I'm going to fill it with a 0. So it would be 1, 2, 0, and then the decimal at the end. All right, so at the end of this arrow is my new decimal point, so 120 millimeters. So 12 centimeters is just 120 millimeters, and then I'm comparing it to 13 millimeters. So which is greater? Well, 120 is greater than 13 millimeters. So my answer is going to be 120. Let's clear this up and try it again for the last one. So go ahead and pause this video and see if you can figure it out on your own, which is greater. All right, y'all ready? All right, so now I have 7,500 milliliters compared to 7 liters, which is greater. So I'm gonna take this unit milliliters and make it the same as liters L. So I wanna figure out what this is in liters so that when these are the same units, I can compare. So starting with milli, ml, milli is here. Here's my starting points, and then I'm going to just the base unit, right? So I'm going here. So I'm starting here because that's where my number is starting, and I'm ending here. So that means wherever the decimal point is, I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3 spaces to the left, right? So here I have 7,500. My decimal point is always at the end of the number if I don't see it. And remember, we move 1, 2, 3 spaces to the left. So I'm going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3 spaces to the left. My decimal point is now here. So I get 7.500. 0.500 liters. So this number, 7,500 milliliters, is the same thing as 7.5 liters. All right, so if I'm comparing it to 7 liters, which is greater, right? So 7.500 liters compared to 7 liters. 7.5 is slightly bigger, right? So this number is slightly bigger, right? And this is the same thing as 7,500 milliliters, right? We just converted it to the same unit of liters so that you can compare the difference. And that's how you compare units.